That's different episode.
Ghost. It's your ghost.
They're amazing. Yeah.
So it's an undercard fight on a very big card. There will be a lot of fans there. Does the big event affect you? Is there any pressure?
In first, in front of Andre Ward, is it surprising? Because Ward is a great fighter.
Yeah, you know, it's not really surprising, you know, with all them guys, you know, the way you have all the fighters in this weight class. You know, Vitae's a great fighter. I mean, he's been dominant. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing against the opponents that he's fighting, and I think that's what's going to make for a great fight in the future. Is you know, you got to take care of Lopez first. That's the most important thing, and you know, then after we take care of business, you know, like I said, as everything unfolds and where everything opens up, it's going to be the next step.
But do you think you could come back against the world top after this fight against Lopez?
Yeah.
That's the main goal you have.
Yeah, the main goal in this fight is to come back and be very impressive in this fight. You know, I want to win the fight no matter what. I'll take a W. It don't matter to me, but I want to be impressive. I want to go out there and if a knockout comes, you know, if that's part of the game, then I'm happy with that too.
Can we say this fight against Lopez is more a fight Pavlik against Lopez in your situation?
You know, I don't look at it that way, and everybody keeps saying that, and that's what that's their job, and you know that's what they're supposed to ask. For me, as far as it goes, I'm concerned about Lopez because he's going to be the person in the ring. I know you know, how my training camp went, how I feel, and so I'm not concerned about Pavlik versus Pavlik. It's Pavlik versus Lopez, and that's what we got to concentrate on.
How are you?
All right, boxing scene is here with if I pronounce that right. That's
also a young man who has started his professional career with us, Jesse.
Thank you, Bob, and I would like to say thank you to Top Rank for all the support we have been receiving. As everybody said, we're going to have a big show Saturday night. Mostly Pacquiao, the 1A best fighter of all times, against most.
To you, first, the young man that we signed a co-promotion agreement with our friend Peter Rivera, PR Boxing in Puerto Rico. He's one of the top fighters in Puerto Rico. Also on the card is a young man from the country from the north, which is doing blockbusters in boxing, particularly around the Quebec province area of Canada. He's undefeated. He fights in the featherweight division. It's a pleasure to have him on the card. Please welcome Pierre Olivier Cote.
J'aimerais remercier Interbox, Top Rank, Carl Moretti de m'avoir invité ici dans un super gala de boxe. vraiment avec Manny Pacquiao, Sugar Shane Mosley, puis d'autres noms vraiment incroyables. Pour moi, je vais saisir ma chance. Je remercie encore tout le monde qui m'appuie, puis je vais vous donner un bon show samedi. Thank you.
He said, I would like to thank Enterbox, my promoter. I would like to thank also Top Rank, Mr. Bob Aaron, and Cal Moretti, who gave us the chance to show what we do for living, to give a good show to the fans. It's an honor for him to be on this undercard of Mosley and Pacquiao. So thanks a lot to everybody.
Now, carrying on with this really ecumenical boxing card, we had a young man from
Bob Aaron and Top Rank for the opportunity. We're going to continue working hard, and hopefully we show you more every day, every time we fight.
Mike Alvarado, the Continental Americas champion. Please welcome Ray Nahr. Ray.
Good afternoon, everybody.
His 29 wins and no defeats, 21 knockouts. He's from Denver, Colorado. He's accompanied here by his trainer-manager, Henry Delgado. Please welcome Mike Alvarado.
Good afternoon. Just first off, I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity to be here right now.
Here.
It's a great Puerto Rican fighter. That's dynamite. That's action. Both countries are energized. The challenger is a young man who needs no introduction. He's one of the most entertaining fighters in the ring today. He's a former champion in different weight divisions. He now aches to win a title in the 122-pound division. He's from Los Mochis, Mexico. Please welcome the great Jorge Arce.
Thank you for being here, everybody. I'm very happy for this fight. I want to thank my promoter, Bob Aaron. Thank you for this fight, for this opportunity. I'm very excited for the main event, Manny Pacquiao. I am going to the semi-final. I know people is watching me the fight. I'm be happy. I don't know what happened the next Saturday. Only one thing I'm sure, I win it by knockout. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you, everybody.
You remember when he couldn't speak a word of English, right? Pretty good. And his opponent is a young man from Puerto Rico who's the champion, whose father was one of the greatest Puerto Rican fighters ever, the world champion Wilfredo Vasquez. His son is now a champion. He's promoted by Tutico Zabala along with Top Rank. We're co-promoters because at Top Rank we believe in the integrity of the sport, in the integrity of contracts. We don't steal other fighters. If we're interested in a fighter, we make a co-promotion deal with his promoter if the promoter is willing. That's the way it was always done throughout my career. And when people come from the outside, however they've been trained, as bankers or anything else, they have to realize that you don't steal fighters, you make co-promotion deals. So I'd now like to bring up the young man who we co-promote, who's the world champion, together with our co-promoter, Tatico Zabala. Please welcome Miguel Vasquez Jr.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Brown and Dr. Adam, for that opportunity. For fighting a big show, I am really very happy for that opportunity for my winning with my family. Mr. Traveso is talking about his KO, my person. He are crazy. He don't have my job. I am ready for him. I am training hard in my camp. Travieso, yo me preparé a conciencia. Yo sé que usted es un gran campeón. Sé que usted tiene, como decimos en nuestra isla, usted tiene babilla. Pero yo le digo a usted que mi ganas de superación y mi deseo de sacar a mi familia hacia adelante van a ser más esa noche. Y le digo que me preparé a conciencia, bien a conciencia, y téngalo por seguro que lo que usted está pronosticando, eso no va a suceder. Va a tener una gran batalla, va a ser una gran noche, pero esa noche el árbitro le va a levantar la mano a este caballero que está con usted.
First, I would like to translate. He told Travieso, I know you're a great fighter, you're a great champion, and you have a lot of guts, but that thing that you said, you're going to knock me out, it isn't going to happen. I fight for my family, and this is the way of me of making a living, and I'm well prepared to win the fight on Saturday night. I would like to take the moment to tell you a little bit shortly about the story of Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. 5 years ago, he was working as a groupier in a casino in Puerto Rico. Had never wore a boxing glove in his life before. Had never fought before in the ring. He fought in the street many times. And he got laid off in the hotel and casino. I'm not going to mention the name, in Puerto Rico. And he told me, I want to box. I need to make a living. My wife is expecting my baby, and I don't have no money. So you're crazy. I'm not going to do it. He started training and training and training. He got in shape. And December of that year, he made his pro debut. And then five years later, after getting laid off from a hotel in Puerto Rico, we were welcomed by the biggest promoter in the world, in one of the biggest hotels in the world, MGM Grand, Bob Arum. And we're really, really happy and proud of the work we did all the way through. It was tough 5 years with no money, just building him up with the help of all the team, for his father, from all the team members, from all my company. And we're here. We finally make it to the big leagues, and we're very happy to be here, and we're going to capitalize on this opportunity. We are going to thank Bob Brown. And hell, I agree with him. We don't steal fighters. We work with all the promoters. Thank you.
Everybody has been concerned about Kelly Pavlik, and everybody is so pleased to welcome Kelly back into boxing. In making this fight and in choosing an opponent for Kelly, we felt it would demean him if we chose as an opponent a no-hoper, a guy who he would just come in and just whack out. So instead, we looked for a guy who had an impeccable record, who was a tough fighter, and Bruce Trampler found in Texas, of all places, a big, tall Texan whose record is 21 wins and no defeats, 18 of those wins by knockout. This is like a high noon kind of fight. He's from Cut and Shoot, Texas. Remember Floyd Patterson fought a heavyweight from Cut and Shoot, Roy Harris from Cut and Shoot, Texas. He's here and he wants to win because it would be a big notch on his belt. Please welcome from Cut and Shoot, Texas, Alfonso Lopez.
Thank you. What an amazing event to be a part of. I want to thank Top Rank and Team Pavlik for this great opportunity.
And his trainer, Jack Lowe, and of course Kelly himself. So I'd like Jack to come up and say a few words about the training, and then we'll introduce the former middleweight champion, now campaigning as a super middleweight, Kelly Pavlik. But first, Jack Lowe. Jack. It's great for me to announce that he's back. He's returned to the sport that he loves. Please welcome from Youngstown, Ohio, the Ghost, a former middleweight champion of the world, with the future beckoning of a super middleweight championship. Please welcome Kelly Pavlik.
First, I'd like to thank Top Rank, Bob Arum. You know, story's already been done, everything's been told. But the big part that hasn't been talked about was me fighting Alfonso Lopez. And this training camp, along with the physical part of it, was the mental part of staying zeroed in on the fact that I'm fighting a kid who's hungry, a kid that's undefeated, a kid that has a goal and opportunity at stake, and to make a statement in this part of his career. We did not take that lightly. I also watched a lot of film, like my trainer mentioned, and kid can fight. He's coming, he goes 10, 12 rounds, whatever he has to fight, and he's got power, he's got speed. It is a great opportunity and a great fight to come back to. You know, with all the experience I've had, I learned one thing is to never look past anybody. And with the guys that fought in my career and some of the knowledge that I got from the fights that I've had, including my losses, I'm excited about it though. I can't begin to say how pumped, how enthused, the energy level of training camp, the way everything's going. It's probably the best I've felt in my whole entire career going into this fight. And we're ready to put on a show come Saturday night and show the world of boxing that we're back and that we're stamping ourselves in this time. And also on that note, I want to wish Mike Lee good luck tomorrow night. A young kid, a friend of mine, who's an exciting kid to watch. So again, thanks Top Rank and thanks Alfonso, Team Lopez, and we'll see you guys Saturday night.
Start down here, look down here, then we'll look out over there.
Just a Saturday.
Alright guys, we got radio interview in about a minute, so we gotta get going.
Pose ça, Butch. Quatre photos.
From Canada. So from Quebec City.
Ah bon. Pèse tout de suite. Alright, thank you for